Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. I wanted to share with you a little bit today about respect. Oh, the importance of it. If you cannot have respect for somebody you say that you love, where we go from there? Where do we go? Respect is very important. To me, it's one of the top the top five for me. It's having respect, being able to respect a person's feelings, what they feel, right? How they move. Because even though you may not would have done it the way they do it, you got to respect where they are, not where you would be. Your life, right? The challenges you had in life, the obstacles you had to face, the triumphs you've had is the reason why you are where you are, but they may not have went through those pinnacles. They may not have dealt with those situations. So you got to respect the person where they are. Respect their ideals. Hey, they make a stand. You respect that. Respect it. Doesn't mean you approve it, but you respect it. Respecting somebody goes a long ways to me. You know, having your mindset to respect someone. You know, demand that in your life. Demand respect. It's not. It doesn't matter your personal feelings about that or the other, but respect the person where they are. You don't have to agree with their beliefs, their lifestyles, the way they parent, anything else, whatever it is. But we have respect for the person because you're going to want somebody to have respect for you, irregardless. You want it, give it, and stand on that. Don't move from it. Because I know that in many relationships, again, when talking to people, a lot of times when the respect is broken, when the respect has been violated, it changes the whole thing of the relationship. And when a man feels like he's not respected by his woman, he takes a whole different stance. The way he deals with things from that point on, when he feels there's no respect, he changes the way in which he moves. He will change the way he moves, and especially when he's moving around you. It's changed. Ain't a thing you can do about it. Because you have broken his respect. You have caused him to believe that you don't respect him. And I've seen it happen many times when a man feels disrespected by his woman. You know? Those guys in the street can say and do what they want, but when he gets home, he needs to know that his woman respects him. He needs to know that his woman believes in him. And he needs to know that his woman loves him. And she's going to stand for him. You know? I don't care if her mother is talking about him. She would tell her mother, Mama, I understand, but that's my husband. That's my man. That's my boo. That's the father. However you want to present him to your mother, you stand up for him. You may not even agree. You might even agree with what your mother said, but you don't let her know that. You never let her know that you agree that he ain't this, he can't do that. All those negative things that your mother may be saying, sister, brother, cousin, or your best friend. You never let them know that you are in agreement with them talking about the man you claim to love. Never do it. Now, you may agree, but you never let them know. That is a no-go. Because if you want this man to respect you and move forward, let me tell you something. Wherever we met that person at, male or female, wherever you met them at, you may have met somebody in your teens, 20s, 30s, whatever. But where you met them at, they may not have gained those wings yet to be able to know how to move in a way that your mother, your best friend may think they should be. They may have never had to face that before. Somebody just coming out of a household or just come from a broken relationship or just dealing with the fact of trying to grow up. You chose them. You chose them for where they are and for who they are. You did that. So once you choose them and now you introduce them, to your family, your friends. Now, you in relationship with that person, with this person. You're saying this person is one you love. Love comes with respect. You cannot love somebody and not respect them. I mean, it has to come in. And so there are many times in life, that I may not agree with someone, but I will respect them for their stand, their beliefs, and where they are and who they are. I'm going to respect you in that. I ain't even got to talk to you. I ain't got to hang around with you. We ain't friends. We ain't close. But I'm still going to respect you. I'm going to respect you enough that I'm not going to try to put you down every chance I get, in hopes I get the same thing in return. But if I don't, that's where I stand. You know, some people who I know mean me no good, I don't waste energy, time, or words talking about it. And when somebody brings their name up to me, I have less to say because I know where I stand with that person. So I don't need to engage in a conversation with somebody about somebody who means to me, right? That's a lot of wasted time for me, you know. And then it's gonna mess with my energy. It's gonna start making me begin to think why I don't want to talk about that person, what I don't like about that person. And someone said to me one day, they said, if you don't like somebody, said they had to really do something for you not to like them. I said, you're right. Because I don't go around telling people that I hate anybody. But there are some people who I dislike. And there are some people who I will not fool with. And there's some people I will not waste time with. And they had to do something to cause me to do that. It wasn't just out of the blue. I just look at somebody one day and say, well, I don't like them. No. They did something. And what they did to me was out of pocket, disrespectful, and it was a line they crossed that they would never, ever get an opportunity to gain a part of my time or conversation and my energy, period. And that's what we're saying. But for me to bring their name up in the course of a day, to talk about anything that they are, do, where they are in life, they're so irrelevant to me. That's me now. They're just irrelevant. You know, they could have hit the lottery and got millions of dollars. It's irrelevant to me. I don't care. It doesn't matter because they're not a part of my world. So I don't even want to entertain anything they do, highs or lows, good or bad. I don't entertain it. And to me, I don't entertain it that way I can keep my respect. Because if I start talking about them based on where they left out of my relationship, it may be disrespectful. So I stay away from those little channels, right? But back to your husband, your man, your boo. If he is good enough for you to say that you love, and you can stay in that same household with that person or in that relationship with that person, or you're telling people that's who you with, then you must have that place that you show that respect. And you know what I do? Anybody that knows that's who I'm with, they must have respect for them. They ain't gotta like them. You ain't gotta like them, but you're gonna respect him because he's mine. And if you're dealing with me, you dealing with him, right? So I understand you don't like him. I understand he ain't on top of your chart, but you're never gonna disrespect him because he's a part of my life. And that's stands I make. I make those stands so people don't feel like they can violate that. Because if you allow somebody one time to feel like it's okay for them to say something negative, disrespectful about somebody who you are in a relationship with, they're not going to just do it once. They're going to continue to do it. I know people that are involved with people that I totally don't care for, or I don't agree with their relationship. But they would never have me down in their relationship or talking about their relationship or saying anything negative to them about their relationship because it is their relationship. So as I love them and I respect them, it's off the chart for me, which means I don't discuss it. And when they bring that person's name up to me, I show respect. You know, they did this. I said, really? The conversation is short for me because I don't pretend. I would never pretend that I am something that I'm not. The conversation is short, but I'm not going to say, well, I don't know what you're doing with him anyway because you know he's this and I don't know why you got her, because never. Because to me, if I don't have anything good to say about him, then I'm going to make the conversation short because I don't want to violate what you feel. And vice versa. Let's talk about the woman. Same thing with the woman. A man who has a woman that says he loves his woman must show her the same kind of respect. You must respect her when other females are around. Your family don't care for her for whatever the reason may be. You never allow them to feel comfortable talking to you about your woman that you are in a relationship with. Because if they can feel comfortable talking to you about the woman that you claim to love, it means that you don't really love them and you have showed disrespect to them around them. That's why they're comfortable talking to you about them. Because nobody ever feels comfortable talking to me about somebody I love. Never. That's a no-go. Period. You don't. Now, I may be upset with one of my children. I could be upset with my man. I could be upset with one of my siblings. And I can say this, that, and about them because I am in relationship with them. But now, that wasn't an open door now for you to jump on this wagon and say, yeah, because I don't like her no way. And you know, yeah, because your mom, oh, wait, no. I'm just venting about something that has happened that made me upset with them. I still love them. I'm upset with them. But don't you get on that wagon now and go talk about somebody I love, because now it's telling me something about you. Because if you jumped on a wagon talking about somebody who I love because I'm expressing to you they have upset me, then it's telling me that you didn't care anything for them in the first place. Or you may have, hiddenly, secretly, had some kind of animosity against them that you just waiting for an opportunity to get a door open that you can talk about them. That ain't no go. No. And I would check you. I would check you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Just a no-go. A no-go. I may be upset with my man because he made me upset. Now I'm talking to you because you're my girl. I'm talking to you because you're my sister. I'm talking to you because you're my mother. I'm talking to you because we have a relationship. And I'm just venting of how upset I am about my man. My man, who I love. I'm just upset with him, right? But now when you listen to me talk, that's all you're doing now, listen to me talk. But when you decide to advise me, never advise me on the fact that you now going to put down somebody who I just told you I love him. You know I love them because I'm still there, right? Be careful of those kind of things. Always be careful when you decide you want to vent to someone about something that's going on in your personal life, especially when we talk about relationships. I had to learn this the hard way because I was a young girl when I got married the first time. And when I got married, right, when things was going wrong, I told my mother, Mama, he did this, he does this, and my mother didn't like him based on what I told her. But I want to be clear. I'm glad she didn't like him because I didn't like him either. I didn't like him either. I was married to him. I loved him to a point, but I never liked him after he showed me who he was. So her reason for not liking him was valid, right? But I say that to say this. Some things that I shared, as I got older and wiser, I realized some things you cannot share with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, about somebody you love. You go on a break. That's what y'all call it, right? You go on a break. So you go on a break, you go talk about all the things that they done wrong. Now you're back together. Now, when you broke up with them, you didn't think you was getting back together. So you go talking about a whole lot of stuff, right? You go sharing, oh, yeah, and did you know that they did this? They did that too? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you go sharing all this stuff, right? Now, because you thinking y'all done. Because when you first break up, you call on that phone, now y'all got You got the social media now, so you don't call on the phone. You just go straight to Instagram, boom, Facebook. You know, pow, you hitting the, the social media. Ah, men ain't no good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Women now, they do. You know, you go in there and you blast that person out, right? Now, people got on your wagon and they saying, oh, man, I didn't know that. A girl, if I was you, you know, you hear all this stuff, right? Because you hear the sympathy, you hear the criticism, you hear these amateur inputs, right? Foolish words, and you eating it up because you're upset, you're mad because you broke up, and something happened to make y'all break up. He or she did something to make y'all split, so you're upset about that, right? Now, before you get a chance to cool down, to get your head right, you go sharing it with somebody. You know, I'm talking from experience now. Then you make up. That song, break up to make up. Now you done made up. Now, when you made up with that person, y'all back together, y'all happy, kissy, kissy, coochie, coochie, right? You happy now, right? But the people you talk to ain't forgot what you said. And they still holding them, her or him, to what you said. Because they remember now that she cheated on you, or he cheated on you, or he hit you, or she bust your tie. I'll bust your windows out your car. You know, they still remember what that person did because you told it. And now when you told it, that took root and they ain't forgot it. Now you're back together, but they ain't forgot what they did. And they're gonna still hold them hostage to what you said. So the respect that you now are saying you got back with him or her, some outsiders that you done told to have made up their mind that they would not respect him or her based on what you told them. So the least people you bring into your relationship when you're upset, and you can talk about little Harry and, you know, Donna Sue, as long as you're happy. But when you get upset with the person you are in a relationship with, make a choice before you pick up the phone, before you go to social media, before you go to your best girl or guy and go talking about that person that you just, you know, broke up with. I mean, you just got to break 5 minutes ago. They done stormed at the house or you done stormed at it, right? Give it time. Make sure it's not, you know, soluble. It's not going to come back together. You're not going to resolve the issues. Because if you don't, and you move quickly, which a lot of times we do, if you move quickly and go talking about that person and sharing about what that person does or doesn't do, it will come back and it will bite you. And when it does, then you're going to wish you never said a word. When in essence, you shouldn't anyway. Give it time. You on a break? I tell people this too. When you on a break, you don't come out of a relationship today and go run into somebody else the next day or that same night. And if you do, you wasn't in that relationship in the first place. Or you've been out for a while, you just was physically in it, but you was mentally out. Because you cannot love somebody. You cannot love somebody today with your heart, and tomorrow climb into bed with somebody else. It violates everything. The relationship, the love, the commitment, the word, everything goes down the drain when you do that. It is totally disrespectful. And if you meant to hurt them, you did. Because that's a no-go. Because when you love somebody, you still, even though we on break, I will respect you while we're on this break. Right? Now, I'm talking to mature people again, the grown, mature people. You don't go out doing hateful stuff, childish stuff. Ooh, things I hear, things I see, people do. And it will bite you in the end. It will bite you. If you're not thinking clearly because you're upset, people say, oh gosh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. I said, hold it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to, no, stop. Breathe. I know you upset. I know you were hurt. No, they had no business doing that. And you're right. She should never have said it to you. She should never have done that. He had no business moving that way. You are correct. Everything that you just said to me is correct. But you had a relationship with this person. And today, you have left him. You have left her. But now, you don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 days. Oh no, I'm done. I'm finished. I know. That's what you said today. And how many of y'all know that you have said it many times at one point in your life that you're done with somebody, but you knew you wasn't, and you end up back with that person, right? But what did you do while you was on that break that you know you should never have done because you never gave it time, to see what was going to come out of it? Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to think. Give yourself time, to sit back and understand what really happened. Now, because many times in most relationships and even breaks, both people, added something to this. They both did something that shouldn't have been, never have been done. Think about all those things before you choose to sabotage a relationship. Because when you decide, okay, we're on a break, and I understand that you're on a break, but while you're on that break, make sure that you are showing respect to him or her, and you are also showing respect to yourself. I am so mad with him. I am so mad with her. But I'm going to chill for a couple of days. I don't want to be bothered. Right? I'm not taking calls from some other guy. I'm not trying to go down my index and see who I can call because I'm hurt. I need somebody to soothe me. I need somebody to make me feel better because, he hurt me. So, I know he was interested in me anyway. So let me go ahead and give him a call. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you was on my mind. What you doing today? Right? Because now, my mind is it's anger. It could be revenge. Brokenness. All these mixed feelings will cause you to do something that you will later regret, especially if you turn around and get back with the person. Because you move quickly and you didn't give yourself time to think, to rest, to inhale. Cry your eyes out if you need to tonight. Fuss about it if you need to tonight. Whatever you need to do. But don't go bringing somebody else into that part of your life, that relationship. Don't bring somebody in to violate your respect for them or yourself. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes you go and you talk to her or him because you just broke up with them, right? So you go talk to this another person, and then you decide to get back with him or her. But that person that you decide to talk to may not be ready to let it go. That fling is not over with them. Whatever y'all call those things y'all decide to do when you step out of the relationship. You hit, whatever it is y'all do. So crazy names y'all be don't coming up with that now. Anyway, so they feel like, hey, so what about us? Oh no, I went back to my man. I went back to my woman. Oh no, but what about us though? Oh, I told you from the beginning, that but no, but you got my feelings all up in this. We've been talking for a couple of weeks now. So what about us, right? So now you got somebody else's feelings now, all up in the chain, and they could get past it easily, or they could become spiteful, and maybe even vindictive. Some can even take it to another height, all because you couldn't wait before you tried to start something else. Now you in something that you wish you never started. So, before you move and do anything, show the respect that you want. That way you won't find yourself in a situation that you wish you never got yourself into. I've seen things, honey. I've seen things. break up with somebody, and before you get home good, they done called somebody else and said, hey, what you doing tonight? And I say to them, hey, wait a minute. How did it happen? You know, we break up and 2 hours later you back with so and so. It just happened. No, it did not just happen. You had them on your speed dial. We used to say back in the day, that was your spare tire. You knew if one day you had a flat tire, means if this doesn't work, I got me a spare that I can go to. So you had to go to, right? Now, how do you think that makes the other person feel to know that you could be replaced just like that? You could be replaced by somebody who declares they love you so much, but they can replace you just like that. Even if you get back in the relationship, you never forget how quickly they replaced you. And it changes the height of your relationship. Because as steady as it may have been before, it would never be that steady again, because you remember that they can easily replace you. You're replaceable. Isn't it amazing? Who likes to know that they can be easily replaced? You want to know that nobody can ever take your place. You want to know that you have a relationship so strong that they would search for years trying to find somebody like you. Because you want to know that you are that valuable to that person, that you hold a place in their heart, their mind, their soul, and their spirit, that you have just pulled in all of those elements in their life, that they know when you walk away, they're empty, because you are irreplaceable. And it takes them a long time to even think about trying to find something or someone, to feel that, because that's how much you meant. But anybody can replace you in an hour, 2 days. Question it, because I would. I would. We've been in a relationship for this amount of time, and within hours, days, you could walk around with someone else, ride somebody else in your vehicle, have somebody else laying up in your bed, in your arms, take them to around the same people we used to hang around with. You can, just flaunt them out here in the public, take pictures, boo pictures, click, all of it. If you can do that, now that is a whole lot of disrespect. And then it shows me your character. And if you're wise, if they can replace you that quickly and do that to you that quickly and disrespect you so deeply, that's way off key. If they can do all of that, even when your mind thinks about maybe we should get back together, something should be saying, nah, maybe not. Because your position, your place, where you were in their heart really wasn't deep enough, wasn't strong enough that they could take it and lose it that quickly for someone else. And if they see you as that minute, that small, make you wonder. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but it would make me wonder. When I was a child, I thought like a child. And when I was a child, I did childish things, which means I could let you slide on a lot of things because I was a child. I was very immature. I didn't know. But when I became grown, and I became a woman, and I became full of wisdom, a lot of things that you got by with when I was a child, you would never get by with when I became a grown woman. Because now I see it differently. I understand now, the depth of love, when you are in a committed relationship where you're supposed to stand who you really are in that person's life. It don't go away in a matter of seconds or days. Not if it's real. And if it goes away within a matter of days, then it really wasn't as deep as you thought it was. You may have been deeply in love, but it doesn't mean the other person was. Because When you're deep, you know how it is. Yeah. Anybody ever had a tooth extracted? And when the root is deep, you know, when the root is deep, it takes they dig it and they prying and they're trying to get it because the root is deep, because it's locked in. Good gracious, you know, when they're locked in, honey, you know, it ain't easily replaced. It's not easy to be extracted. But now, you got some of that surface stuff, you know, and that shallow, you think it's deep, but they got a shallow love for you. It's shallow, which means, you know, the love they have, you know, it's just a moment that they can speak it and talk about it because you're there. Because when you're not there, they can forget that love that they have for you. That you should question. You should question it and move accordingly. You know? And move accordingly. Because some things should be a no-go. And respect is something that I just demanded. In the relationship, I demand respect. You got to respect me. Because I'm going to respect you. What you want from me, I'm going to definitely give to you. You know? And that's respect. And it's big for me. And it should be big for you too. That the person who says they love you totally respects you. And you cannot respect a person and replace them in a matter of minutes and days and not think you have disrespected them. I don't care if it is a moment's breakup or you think we're done. Even though you're done, you leave that space for respect before you move on. And somebody said, well, I don't think it even counts because you're over, it's over. Hey, this is just Jenny Oyar saying how, you know, where she stands. You know, you move and do exactly what you want to do. That's your life. I'm just stating, you know, when we're talking about respect, and that's the only thing my topic is right now, is about respect. You cannot respect somebody and not respect their position. Period. They have a position and a place in your life. You respect that. My mother has a place in my life. I respect that. You know? And no matter what happens, her position will always be respected because she's my mother. Right? My children, whoever. My girl, you know, whoever. I respect people in their position. My employer, you know, whoever. A councilman, whatever it is. I respect them for their position. Now, maybe not as a person, but in their position, I'm going to respect them. Now, as a person now, I don't know you that well to say that if I'm just on the outside. But now, if you are in relationship with me, you have a position and you are definitely a person of interest. Those two right there, you get top notch with me because we in relationship, honey. And I'm not going to waste time in a relationship with nobody I can't respect. Because if I can't respect you, I'm not in a relationship with you. Because I don't respect you. I don't expect nobody else to do it. It's simple. But if I'm in relationship with you, you are somebody I love, I care for. I respect you as so. You will be greeted as so. You will be treated as so. You will be talked to as so. Even if I'm upset, I'm still going to talk to you with respect. I'm not going to call you out of your name. I'm not going to make you feel low. I'm not going to make you walk around and feel, you know, questioning if I love you. Because if you got to question if I love you, then, honey, there's something wrong. If I got to keep asking you, do you love me? Or you got to ask him, do you love me? If you got to keep asking that question, then it's obvious. That is so obvious to me. There's a problem. Because love is something you ain't got to say every day. I mean, I love to hear it. But you ain't got to say it. Because you know what love is? It's an action word. Love presents itself. It's what it is. I know you love me. If you become, you know, hoarse, laryngitis, or you can't speak no more, you ain't got to say the words. I know it because I feel it. Because that's what love does, makes you feel this thing. You know? Same as respect. You ain't got to say, baby, I respect you. You ain't got, who says that? How often you hear somebody say, Hey, baby, good morning. I respect you. You don't hear that. Good night, honey. I love you. I respect you too. You don't hear that. Respect is not something you say, it's something that you do. It is also an action word. Respect goes a long ways. And if you want it, you must give it. And it cannot be superficial. It has to be real. And people know that you respect them based on how you treat them, not what you say. So, moving forward, take some time out and reevaluate those that are around you, those you move with, those you talk to, and see how deep is the respect that you have, what they have for you. Again, it must be respect, and it is something that is shown, and you will know it when it's there. Because it's important in a relationship. And if you don't think it is, it's important to me. Anyway, thank you so much for being with me today. I pray that you have been, touched, have an understanding, and that it's been a great day for you, as it has been for me. Let your light forever shine. You be fabulous, be wonderful, and please take note on making sure that you are respectable. As you give respect, then you will receive it in return. But you also must be respectable. You must act and walk and be in a place that people can respect you. You walk into a building, just your presence will demand respect just by the way you present yourself. And that's the truth. I can go in any open forum and there's respect given, because I don't walk nor talk like somebody that can be disrespected. And you ain't gotta go in there pompous and they better choke. No, you just be. You be somebody that have a caliber that people can look at you and know. They'll say, "How you doing, Mr. Scott? How you doing? Hi, Miss Jefferson. How you doing today?" Your presence. It's just your presence, your aura. Your aura itself has respect written all over it. And some people need to work on it. If you want respect, then you must always be in a place that it is demanded by the way you respect yourself. Respect yourself that others may respect you. That's facts. This is Jenny O. Y'all Nuggets and Things. You have an awesome day. Be blessed. Thank you.